Rangers, huh?
Yeah, and it's Hopalong, Cassidy, and his two sidekicks.
Cassidy. Your friend, huh?
Yeah, I owe him plenty.
I wonder what they want.
It's always wise to wait and see.
He's here, all right. There's his horse. Let's go on and get him.
Howdy, Rangers.
Howdy.
Come to look over our happy little family?
Yeah. Looks like some of them left in a hurry.
Maybe the smell drove them away.
Oh, hello, Drago. They let you out of jail, huh?
Yes, and I've got you to thank for putting me there.
Lay off, Drago.
That's good advice. Where's Tim Mason?
Your guess is as good as mine. I haven't seen him.
I suppose his horse walked up and tied itself to your hitch rack, all by its lonesome.
Maybe you better keep your eyes on him while I have a look in the back room. Tim. Hey.
Oh, hello, Hoppy.
At it again, huh?
I've lost so much money here. I was just trying to win some of it back.
Didn't do yourself much good, did you?
No. I lost again.
Yeah, and you'll keep right on losing as long as you gamble with Madigan. Come on, Tim. Your sister's been worried about you. There you are. Someday I'm going to do a final cleanup job around here.
If you're referring to that card game in there, the kid came here and asked for it.
With all the trimmings?
It's on the level, if that's what you mean.
That's just what I mean.
You can't prove it's anything else.
Maybe I can't. You're pretty fast with the cards, but sometime I'll catch you at one of your hidden talents.
What do you mean by that?
Figure it out for yourself.
What did he mean with that hidden talent crack?
I'm no mind reader.
Why don't you let me blast?
Not here. Those Rangers have been nosing around too much already.
Lardo!
Yes, ma'am?
Here they come.
Coming now. Well, let them come. Everything's shipshape out in the galley. I've got the... Oh, say those biscuits will burn with. Here he is, safe and sound and winning at a limb.
Tim. Don't worry, I thought something had happened.
I wish you'd stop fretting about me, sis. I can take care of myself.
Genius, I smell something cooking, and it ain't canned beans.
What do you suppose it is?
What do I suppose?
What's the matter with you? You got fleas?
Fleas? No, darn it. Can't you see I'm just trying to imitate one of them barnyard flappers?
Your imitation's laying an egg.
That's right. You guessed it. Laying an egg. Darn plumb ignorant. No education.
Wow, looks like a surprise.
It is, and for you, Mr. Ranger.
Mr. Ranger, you mean my appointment came through?
Yeah, finally.
Isn't it wonderful, Tim? I can hardly believe it.
Oh, gosh, that's great.
Smells good, don't it? Come in.
Well, seems to me the occasion calls for a few well-chosen words. And so forth, etc. and etc.
Well, go easy in the so forth. Time is valuable.
Well, all I can say is I'll do my best to be a good ranger.
I know you will, Tim.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Sue. Here, next here, young fella.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. There you are, young fella. Take that for thank you.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Very good. What's the matter, California? You're not eating. I thought chicken was your favorite dish.
Used to be, Hoppy. There you are.
Well, I guess I better go get my duds together.
That's a good idea, and you can ride in with us and report to Captain Jennings.
Hoppy, you don't know how grateful I am to you.
Thanks, Sue, but California and Jimmy were a big help, too. We all pounded at Captain Jennings till we convinced him the Rangers couldn't get along without Tim.
This appointment was just what Tim needed. It'll be the making of him.
Yeah, and he'll be kept plenty busy. These border hoppers operating around here are certainly not amateurs.
So I've heard.
Gunner, you and your men have fallen down on your shipments. We haven't moved any goods in a week. What slowed you up?
Well, you can have it all in one chunk, Crandall. It's Cassidy. Why, that guy's got eyes in every part of his head. And he's just busting with hunches, all bad for us.
I think I have the solution.
What's that?
Tim Mason.
Tim Mason.
He's the answer to our problem.
How?
If we were to operate out of the Mason Ranch, it would simplify matters quite a bit, wouldn't it?
Would it? Why, the boundaries of that spread go right up to the border. We could push over our shipments from there.
So I figured. That's why I made young Mason that loan on his property.
Oh. You give it out and I pick it up at my end. Nice teamwork.
And since the note is due today, and you were good enough to relieve him of the means of meeting it, we're ready for the squeeze play.
Yeah. Right off his ranch.
Come in.
Tim Mason's outside to see you, Mr. Crandall.
Show him in. Get out of sight, Gunner. Come in, my boy. Come in. I'm glad to see you. Have a seat. I presume you're here to take care of your note. Well, that's the way I like to see young men do business. Punctual, always on the dot. Always follow that policy, my boy, and you lay the cornerstone to future success.
But I haven't the money to pay that note.
You haven't? Why not?
Well, you see, Mr. Crandall, I didn't use the money that I borrowed from you to restock our ranch. I gambled it away.
Gambled it away? Why, I can't believe it. Indulging in such unrighteous pastime.
Mr. Crandall, you've got to give me more time. If you don't, it means about the end of everything for me. You see, my appointment to the Rangers came today, and I want to join up with a clean slate. Please, Mr. Crandall, I'll turn over my Ranger's salary to you. I'll pay back every cent.
My boy, you deserve a lesson. But I'm always the last one who'd want to injure a young man's career.
Then you'll help me?
Well, I really shouldn't. It's violating the trust of my stockholders. But I'll see you through it.
You won't be sorry, Mr. Crandall. Thanks 1,000. Thanks again, sir.
It's all right, my boy.
I don't get you, Crandall. I thought you were going to clamp down on him and take his ranch.
The Ranger situation changed my mind.
Well, I guess you know what you're doing.
I thought it might be a good idea to have a lawman taking orders from us.
And I do therefore solemnly swear that I, Tim Mason,
And I do therefore solemnly swear that I, Tim Mason,
will faithfully and impartially perform all the duties incumbent on me as a ranger.
perform all the duties incumbent on me as a ranger.
This emblem of office symbolizes a fine tradition. Never let it down.
You can depend on me, sir.
And remember, Tim, as a ranger, you have grave responsibilities. One of the most important is to prevent smuggling and to see that everyone who crosses the border does so at legal points of entry.
I won't forget, sir.
I know you won't.
I'm so proud of you, Tim.
Thanks, sis.
Howdy, Ranger.
Thank you.
Good luck, Tim. Plenty of safe hunting.
California. Congratulations, Tim. Thanks, Jimmy.
Well, I see you got my message.
Gunner, I've played the fool, but that's all over and done with now. We're quits for good.
No, we're not.
My note at the bank. How did you get it?
Just a little business deal I made with Crandall. You know, you can't blame the banker for wanting to protect his stockholders by liquidating a bad loan.
What do you got up your sleeve?
Just a little matter of coming to a mutual understanding.
Yeah, about what?
It's easy. All you have to do is keep away from the border crossing.
Simple as that, eh?
Simple as that.
Look, Madigan, I made some promises when I accepted this Ranger badge, and I intend to keep them.
Well, which is going to be easier? Breaking those promises or seeing your sister put off your ranch? I understand you think a lot of her. Isn't that right? Well, just you play along, and in time, we'll tear up the note. What do you say?
I don't suppose there's any chance of asking you for a break.
Not a chance. Smart kid. You're playing it right.
Everything all right?
Yeah, but hurry it up, will you?
It's all right, boys. Take this stuff first. Hurry it up. All right, come on, come on.
How about dropping past the border crossing and seeing loads of tents?
That's a good idea. It's the first time he's been on patrol. He might be a little lonesome.
Kid, I'll go ahead and see if everything's all right.
Okay, Ranger? No, you're not gonna cross.
But Gunner said...
I don't care what he said. You're turning back.
Well, all right.
Where Tim is?
He isn't making a very good start, being absent from his post on his first day of duty.
You don't need to worry about Tim falling down on the job. He's around here someplace.
Ahead and see that there's no more funny business.
up. Yeah.
Looks like you had better luck than we did. Our three made the border.
Yeah?
They just double-crossed me. They said the ranger was paid off.
So that's why Ranger Mason wasn't there.
Come on, let's get back to the station.
Whoa.
Jimmy, take care of Tom now. What happened, Tim? Why'd you leave your post? Come on, this is serious. Talk fast.
Don't ask me anything, Hoppy. I can't tell you.
Don't you understand I'm trying to help you? But I can't do anything for you if you won't talk.
Mason, the captain wants to see you at once.
Ranger Mason, since you refuse to defend yourself, I have no alternative but to prefer charges against you.
Why don't he talk? He's clamping the handcuffs in his own wrists.
He sure is.
Very well. You'll be removed to Ranger headquarters at Austin for trial. In the meantime, you'll be lodged in the town jail.
I'm not going to jail yet. I got something to take care of.
Put that gun away, Tim, before you make matters any worse.
Stay where you are, Hoppy. I'm getting out of here, and you're not stopping me.
Let me go. Let me go. I'm going to get him.
Tim.
Cassidy, turn him over to Sheriff Gilchrist pending his removal. Get him out.
Come on.
Hoppy, what could have happened?
I don't know. Tim wouldn't tell me a thing, and so far guesswork hasn't done me any good.
If he don't do some talking, he's as good as convicted right now.
Tim couldn't have done anything wrong. I know he's innocent.
I feel the same way about it, Sue. But his refusal to speak is the same as admitting he's guilty.
But he must be made to talk. Perhaps he'll listen to me.
I doubt it. He especially asked me to keep you away. I guess he doesn't want to face you. I'll go in and have another try.
I'm going with you.
I don't think you better, Sue. You can take my word for it. Tim will never be brought to trial. I'll see to that. You two boys better get out on patrol. You're a little late now.
All right, Hoppy.
Don't you worry about a thing, Sue.
Let's go, Jimmy.
I'm going into town to see Tim.
But Hoppy said
I don't care. I'm going.
Well, if you're set on going, we'll ride in with you.
are you, Ranger?
I'd like to have a talk with Mason.
Sure. Go right on in.
Thanks. Tim, won't you please talk before it's too late?
Hoppy, you can't help me. You only get yourself all messed up in it.
Maybe I'm the best judge of that. Who were you out to get when you pulled that gun in the captain's office?
There's only one person that's going to take care of him. That's me.
But you can't do yourself much good while you're here in jail.
Did you get anywhere with him?
No.
Got some good news for you, Mason. Don't know what it's all about, but I just received orders to release you.
Release me?
Yeah. Well, Mason. It was him or me. I had to shoot first.
Tim Mason, something's happened to him.
Tim! Tim!
How'd this gun get here?
I was just going to ask you the same question. You were the last person that was in here.
You gave Tim that gun to help him get away.
Well, I had nothing to do with it.
It was you. You planned his escape. That's what you meant when you said you would help him.
Well, Sue, that wasn't my intention.
That's why you promised me Tim would never be brought to trial. He might have been able to clear himself, but he listened to you. Now he's gone.
It's your belief, then, that Cassidy gave Tim Mason this gun?
He was the only one that saw him all day.
That's all. Miss Mason, who was present in your living room when Cassidy remarked that he'd see to it that your brother never went to trial?
California Carlson and Jimmy Rogers.
Carlson? Were you present when this statement was made?
Well, you know, Captain, I get the funniest spells of late. There's times when my brain's just a blank. I just don't remember a doggone thing.
Then perhaps a few weeks in jail might help you snap out of it.
Go ahead, California. It's all right.
Yeah, I heard it.
And you, Rogers?
The same goes for me, sir.
Cassidy, you admit this statement?
Yes, I do. But it had nothing to do with any plan of escape. I merely meant that I was going to try to help the boy clear himself.
I'd like to believe that. But everything seems to point to the fact that you were implicated in Mason's attempt to escape and its consequences.
I have nothing more to say.
Then in view of this and for the good of the service, I order you suspended from active duty for 30 days. That's all.
Where are you going, Hoppy?
What do you care? The Ranger Service. $40 a month and free taps when you die. It's all yours. You can have it. And this Captain Jennings we're supposed to respect. I'd have gotten a better deal from any sidewinding half-breed in the country.
Kind of sneaky, isn't it, talking about a man when his back is turned?
Well, your back isn't turned now.
We'll just make that suspension permanent.
That's all right with me.
And then after that, he hit Captain Jennings. And they kicked him out of the Ranger Service for good.
Looks like we're covered completely. Everything came off even better than I expected.
Give me a drink.
We don't serve Rangers.
I asked for a drink.
Put it back.
Seems to me you're always sticking your 2 bits worth in where it isn't wanted.
Take it easy, boys. Guess you haven't heard. Cassidy's not with the Rangers anymore. How about coming in and having a little drink with me, huh? Come on. You sure piled it on for yourself when you slugged that captain.
Oh, you had it coming to him. And more, too.
You'll have to do a lot of bootlicking to get back into the service, won't you?
I don't want back. I've had enough law herding.
What are you figuring on doing now?
Oh, I don't know. I might find an easier way of making a living.
Maybe we can have a little talk later, Cassidy. Here. Make yourself at home. I'll be right back.
Tim told me nothing about this note.
He didn't? That's strange. He gave me to understand he wanted the money to restock the place.
Mr. Crandall, I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't the money to pay this.
There, there. Now, don't let yourself go. You've been through enough already. Miss Mason, Of course, you understand that I must protect the bank's funds. Ordinarily, my plan would be to foreclose. But in view of the high esteem I held your brother and my regard for you, I believe a kindlier solution can be arrived at. Some sort of an arrangement can be made whereby the bank will take over your property and work it until the indebtedness is paid. I'll provide the men for the coming roundup. By the way, there's a large barn located in the rear of your ranch, isn't there?
Yes.
Well, that would come in mighty handy to store supplies, providing, of course, that you have no objection to us using it.
Of course not.
Now, Miss Mason, don't you worry about a thing. Just leave everything to me.
Mr. Crandall, I'm very grateful to you.
Miss Mason, I've always been a firm believer in the golden rule.
How do you do it, Crandall? You almost had me weeping.
Think it worked?
Sure. Letting that girl stay on the ranch gives us a swell front. But isn't it risky?
I don't think so. As long as she's there, the Rangers won't come snooping around.
Well, maybe you're right.
The Rangers are taking that wagon load of stuff they grabbed from us down to Austin in the morning.
That's going to represent quite a loss to us, isn't it?
Not if we get it back, it won't. Come on.
Goodbye, everybody. There ain't no justice in this world, so I'm just gonna cash in.
So what are you doing?
What am I doing? Ain't you got eyes? I'm hanging myself.
What's the matter? You tired of living?
Oh, after what Hoppy went and done, Jimmy, I'm just plumb disgusted to live.
Oh, I don't blame you. I feel the same way myself.
Of course, I could cut my throat, but that's awful messy, Jimmy. I could drown myself, but I never could stand water.
Well, if that's the case, I'd go right ahead with what you're doing.
Yeah. Say, do you think Hoppy's going to be sorry when he hears about this?
Well, he ought to be.
Well, now, if you think he won't be, Jimmy, I could call the whole idea off.
Oh, I think it'll just rip Hoppy wide open.
Will I? Well, of course, in that case, there ain't nothing else to do but do it.
No, here, let me give you a hand.
Oh, wait a minute, Jimmy, wait a minute. There ain't no hurry about this thing. You think this is going to hurt much?
Oh, I don't think you'll ever know what struck you.
True enough. Well...
Say, do you have any last wish or anything before you go?
Last wish? Yeah, I have, Jimmy. Right now, Jimmy, I'm legally leaving you everything I own. Where? There's my lucky rabbit switch.
Oh, thanks.
There's my dice.
Say, are they loaded?
Loaded?
Well, this will give me something to remember you by. Pleasant journey, California.
Loaded. Pleasant journey? Say, if I... Jimmy! Jimmy! I'm seeing angels!
Oh, all you'll ever see are those little guys' pitchforks rolling around. And besides that, you ain't even dead yet.
I ain't?
No.
So I ain't. Give me back my dice. And they ain't loaded. You want to shoot a nickel?
No.
Cassidy, when we admit a new member in our family, it's customary for him to prove up.
That's all right with me. What have you got on your mind?
That load of stuff you took from us, I want it back.
you get it alone?
Sure. You know your way around down there.
I certainly do.
Well, we might as well turn in.
Yeah, just as soon as I take a look around, Jimmy.
You know, we got a big day ahead of us tomorrow, getting that wagon down headquarters.
I'll be right back.
Good night.
Come to think of it, that's a pretty big one-man job. You better go down and help him out. What happened to Cassidy?
They nabbed him.
You and the men get going with the wagon. Hex, you stick with me.
What happened, California? What's the matter here? What happened?
Cassidy, what are you doing here?
He and some men raided the post and got away the wagon.
Bring him to my office.
Jimmy, you shouldn't have stopped me that day at the tree.
Yeah, I guess not. Here, use this.
Doggone you!
Get your horses, see if you can catch that wagon. Stand guard outside, Kelton.
Yes, sir.
How are you, Hoppy? I've been waiting to hear from you. I didn't think you'd bust in on me this way, though.
It wasn't my idea. It was Madigan's. He wanted that contraband back.
Madigan, eh? So he's mixed up in it.
Yeah. He handles the stuff at his end. But the Mr. Big of the outfit is somebody right here in town.
Who is it?
I don't know yet. But I'm pretty sure he's the one behind Tim's death.
So you're still convinced he wasn't shot trying to get away, huh?
Oh, more than ever. I think the boy was killed to keep him from talking.
Doesn't that point to his possible connection with the gun runners?
That wasn't Tim's style. I feel sure that they had something on the boy, and when he wouldn't see it their way, they, well...
Yes, I know. But you're making fine progress, Hoppy. I hope our little plan doesn't backfire.
I don't think it will. I sold myself pretty solid to Madigan and his gang. And, of course, that little slap in the chin went a long ways toward convincing them.
I haven't any doubt about it.
Now, how am I going to get out of here and get back to the cantina?
I'll personally take you over to the jail, and on the way, you'll just escape.
Oh, simple as that, huh?
Yeah.
Ready?
All set. All right, Calhoun, I'll take him over to the jail.
Yes, sir.
Mount up and see if you can bring him back.
Say, how long you figured it'd take a fellow to saddle a horse?
Oh, about a couple of minutes under ordinary conditions.
These ain't no ordinary conditions, are they?
No.
Well, then supposing we take about 2 hours?
Suppose we take a couple of months.
Well, I see you brought in little boy Blue, all nice and comfy.
You're pretty good at double-crossing, aren't you?
Yes, and I'm not bad at this.
Give me the bucket.
Oh, Miss Sue! Miss Sue! Hey, Miss Sue! Oh, Miss...
What is it, Sarge?
I was just down at the barn doing my chores, and there's something awful funny going on down there.
What do you mean?
Well, somebody's trying to steal our supplies. They got a wagon backed up the door, and they're loading it up.
I'll be out in a minute.
Yeah. I'll see you out in the front of the house. Here, just... Hey, by golly, those look like good. Those are good. Jiminy Christmas. Say, by golly, let's open one of these things, huh?
All right, I'll get a hammer.
One of the little ones, though. Wait a minute.
Well, so long. See you tomorrow night. Tell Madigan to send a couple of bottles back. I'll do that. Yeah.
There you are. You know, the fellow that runs this outfit must be pretty smart.
Plenty smart. Plenty smart.
You know who he is?
Sure. I do. But you don't.
No, I don't. You mind telling me who he is?
Sure. His name is
What are you two doing here?
We brought over that Mason girl.
Why? What happened?
We found her and the old geezer that works for her nosing around those boxes. The girl's back in the storeroom.
How's she got wise?
Sue! I've come to help you get out of here.
Will you help my brother get out of jail?
There's no time for that now. I had nothing to do with Tim's death. I'm trying to find out who did, and that's why I'm here. Tell me, what happened to your ranch? Sue, you've got to tell me or I can't help.
I never did like using that girl's place.
Well, the main thing now is to find out how much she knows and if she's talked to anybody.
Bring her in here, Drago. Get the men and clear out that barn. We're leaving here as soon as I've talked to her.
Crandall told you the boxes contained supplies?
He said they were to be used for the roundup.
Yes, it doesn't make sense.
What?
Crandall. It looks like he's the one that cracks the whip in this outfit. Sue, you get to Captain Jennings and tell him to have his men waiting at your ranch. Come on. Need me for anything? If not, I got some saddle mending to do.
Stay put. There's plenty on. We're clearing out the barn on the Mason Ranch, and we're leaving here as soon as I've talked to somebody.
That's going to be a pretty big job. We better get going.
I guess maybe you're right. My little talk can wait. What happened to you?
Somebody slugged me when I went in for the girl.
Did you see who it was?
No, but I've got a pretty good idea who it is.
Popping off again, huh?
You were running around loose about the time it happened. If we meet up with any rangers, it's going to be mighty unpleasant for you. Drago, it'll be your job to watch him.
Oh, that'll be fine. I'm half hoping we'll meet up with some rangers.
Come on, hurry it up, fellas. Let's go.
Good work, Hoppy. Thanks. Got a spare gun?
Yes.
Go.
Guess things kind of caught up with me.
They usually do. You're cracked up pretty badly. You better tell me the truth about young Mason. He didn't try to get away. You shot him deliberately, didn't you? On Simon Crandall's orders.
Yes. Crandall, let me in. What happened? The girl got wise to what was going on at the ranch. We had her locked up at the cantina, but Cassidy got her out.
Where's Cassidy now?
I don't know.
So you let him make a fool out of you, didn't you?
Come on, let's clean out the vault and get started. What have you got to put the money in?
Why, I have a bag in my private office.
Wait a minute. How about using this one? Slick piece of double-crossing, Crandall. And you almost got away with it.
Crandall?
You're just in time, Ranger. Gunner Madigan came in here and tried to rob me. I had to shoot him.
So you killed your little playmate, huh? Get him up. All right. Get him up and keep him up.
That goes for you too, Ranger. Any objections to me plugging them, boys?
Don't talk, shoot, you fool!
Thanks, boys. Come on, Crandall, you're through. Hello. Hello in there.
Hello, Hoppy. Hello, California.
Where are you going? Out on patrol?
No, I've been given charge of a post at Lando.
Yeah, and that ain't all. He got promoted. Captain Cassidy.
Congratulations, Hoppy. You more than deserve it.
Thank you.
I guess that means I'll be leaving too. Goodbye.
Don't stay away too long.
I won't.
I'll see that he doesn't.
Yeah, and so will I.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Say, California, I got a whole chicken for you. Well, thank you, Sourdough. Say, you ain't got a frying pan I could borrow.
Come on, come on.
Bye, Hoppy.
So long.
Bye, Jimmy.
Goodbye. Look at there, he's lost Elsie now.